Hey, whenever I'm wrong, I come up here and apologize. And I owe Harlem an apology. Harlem, I apologize. I said they was letting Alpo walk around Harlem and nobody was pressing him. Nobody was calling him a rat to his face. The young brother right here, those smart guys, says, nah, he hollered at Poe. Got up on his bumper. And if it wasn't for Gangster Lou, Poe might not have lasted long as he did.
One of the only dudes. I'm one of the only dudes that called Poe a rat from this era in Harlem.
You think so?
Yeah, to his face.
Oh shit,
Okay.
to his face.
Okay.
Yeah, and Gangsta Lou stopped me from
Right,
handling
right,
that.
right, right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like, so if you from Harlem, real Harlem, and you know Gangsta Lou, you can fact check this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like Gangsta Lou stopped me from stepping on that. You know what I'm saying? So, cause I'm cool with Pat. You know what I'm saying? And if you like, again, if you know, you know. If you don't,
right,
then I'm
right.
not here to enlighten you. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm not trying to get cool points from that.
Y'all know I'm pretty good at calling cap on people, man. It's nothing about the young king's body language, the way he's talking, the way he's projecting his voice, or anything that gives me the indication that he's capping. If he is, he would have just got off on me with that one. He just got off. He did a great job if he's capping. But to me, looks very believable. I believe the young man. I believe him. Commend him. Tip my hat to him for not being a coward. Not being a coward is important. There's so many cowards out there, y'all don't even understand the importance of not being a coward. But I salute the young king for not being a coward.
I gotta ask him this. I know it's random, but
Yeah.
what would you do with $1 billion, bro?
Well, I don't. I hate questions like that because I'm gonna be a billionaire one day, right? So I don't. I don't like hypothetical, right? I think again, how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. You only focus on what you want. Forget about what you don't want. Never speak about what you don't have. So the key to making a billion is just living in the present feeling of what you would feel like if you had $1 billion in your possession.
On this part right here, I would have to disagree with the young brother though. Because me personally, I could never would I or never could I become a billionaire. And I'm not saying that, a shot at the young brother, like, what I'm saying, I think that he's evil or nothing, because perhaps no one has ever broken it down to him from this perspective, but to each his own anyway. But I personally think being a billionaire is evil. I wouldn't want to be a billionaire. I would never make it to billionaire status. By the time I get $100 million, I'll be giving everything else away, man. It's like there's too many problems in the world. There's too many problems in the community for me to be able to grow that type of wealth. You understand what I'm saying? If some freak of nature used to come across $1 billion in one shot, yeah. But then the next morning I would wake up and give half of it away. At least half of it. Immediately. I couldn't go to sleep at night with $1 billion knowing how many people out there starving, how many people out there homeless, how many girls out there selling their ass because they ain't got no bread, how many little niggas out there doing robbery because they ain't got no bread. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I would have to I would be too focused on setting up funding and foundation and buying up massive amounts of land in the middle of America and just like trying to solve the nation's homeless problem on my own or something like that, or even overseas, man, other nations that are in despair. You know what I mean? Like $100 million, I'm straight, my kids straight, they kids straight, they kids straight. I can't see myself getting to $1 billion. I can't see if I got $100 million and I get 50 more, that 50 more is going away. It's like, some kids somewhere in some poor ass town, city, inner city somewhere in America is getting winter coats for school. All the kids at all the schools, like, or you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Get some type of counseling for the single mothers, man. Like, I would try to do something with that money to help the people. I would just try to solve some of the nation's ills, man. I don't know if I was making, free hospitals for people, certain people, not everybody, certain people. I'll make free hospitals for, or Because I feel as though I would have a right to be selective with who I help, being that I'm being so helpful, right? I don't think nobody would be able to make no demands on who can and can't go to my free hospital. It's who I say can go to. It's a free hospital. But other than that, it's just there's too many things that I could think of to do with that money to where $1 billion would never be able to sit in my bank account. I could never be a billionaire. I would give away half or more than half immediately. I would feel like going to sleep at night with $1 billion, with all of that stuff going on in the world, I would be incurring a sin on myself. I don't know. That's just my comprehension skills at work, But salute to the young brother again, man. And like I said, I believe him. Yeah, I believe him. Man, that little young fella be working out, man. He be in the gym, man, eating his little boxing and all that, and he's sharp. I started rocking with smart guys, seen him on the podcast with some, real aggressive women, and he checked the situation. I said, well put, well spoken. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I kind of rock with him since then. I found out he was Muslim. So I support this young fella right here. But I believe him. I don't believe he would put his honor out there, and I don't believe he would use someone like Gangster Lou, who has credibility, and I've been singing Gangster Lou songs since Mobstyle first came out. And I'm back at a theater near you, and I'm glad you could come to get the sneak preview. Because yes, I'm the gangster on the mic, on the stage, and yes, I'm the gangster who made front page. I was rocking that as a young boy. I'm serious. When I was, man, man, he turned me out too. Run around listening to that, I'll shoot you out your shoes. But yeah, I believe the young fella. I believe he was ready to get busy with Poe, with the hands. And I believe Poe thought about the fact that he was 55 years old and he just ain't bad as he was 30 years ago. And he made a business decision. I believe so. Because I'm going to be totally honest with you. At 51 years old, I'm picking my fights now. Yeah, I'm picking my fights. I'm picking only the fights I know I can win. Absolutely. Absolutely. If I don't know I can win, you're not getting no fight. You going in the ground, nigga. You going in the ground. You ain't getting no fight. I gotta know I can win. And for the most part, I'm still pretty decent, but I know I ain't what I was 30 years ago. Nah, give me one in shape, 28, 32-year-old young boy boxing like seriously, professionally, or like just long-term committed to the sport, you know what I'm saying, for a hobby or whatever the case may be, run miles every day in good shape, man. Man, I'm not fighting that young nigga, man. You're not embarrassing me out here, Scrap. Don't get it twisted now. I ain't say I was ducking no smoke or I was going to stand and let a nigga chunk me. I'm an old man. That mean I got a knife. I'm going to poke the shit out you. I'm going to poke so many holes in your ass when the wind blow, you going to whistle, nigga. Word of advice to all you young fellas out there. Anytime you run across an old man and he's still talking shit like he got it, 9 times out of 10, the nigga got a knife. Because we know we ain't fast as we used to be. I'm going to send your little ass up. No, I pick my fights. See, I stay out of niggas like that way. I know my place. I know my lane. I know my lane. I know my lane. Yes, sir. I know my lane. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. I took L's when I was young because I took whatever came. A lot of times you hear me come and say, I took this L, I took that L. I ain't tell you that nigga had hair on his face, and I did not. I did not at all. No, not yet. So, yeah, I ain't turned nothing down. That's what that was. But now, I'm smarter. Yeah. I'm going to fight who I know I could beat, nigga.